Hey everybody, I'm Matt Reinvan, winemaker, vineyard manager, Reinvan Family Vineyards.
I'm Mike Reinvan, Matt's dad, and wanted to welcome you to the 2020 Fall Release Weekend, which we're doing virtual this year, and we really miss seeing everybody and wish we could do this in person, but just couldn't do it. So we wanted to take an opportunity to share with you the wines in as close to a realistic way as we would normally do in person. And so Matt, today, this is Friday, is going to work through, for the 2018 Syrahs that are being released this weekend for customers to pick up and ship to other customers. And just wanted to let you know how much this event and our friends mean to us, and how this is very difficult, but it's nice at the same time to connect. And so we decided to try and do this virtually, much like the Friday afternoon wine tastings from Wall that Matt did earlier in the year. So welcome, please enjoy today's discussion, and if you have the wines or are able to taste along, that's even better.
Perfect. So we're going to just start, I wanted to get a little palate cleanser for us to warm up to the reds here. So we'll pour down a little bit of the 2017 Queens Road White, just to get us started here. It's a wonderful wine, and just a nice way to kind of warm up the palate for tasting the wonderful 2018.
Cheers.
Cheers. Still singing, yeah.
That works. I would have liked a bigger pour, but it works.
But we miss everyone. We always look forward to this event, and it's just a shame we can't do it. But we will try to make it, as fun as possible. I'm so hopeful that you guys have the wines in front of you to taste as well. We have the 4 wines for today. So we look forward to doing it. Again, we're not doing the In the Hills this year, so we apologize for that, but we look forward to the 2019 In the Hills. So, well, we're going to get started with the reds here, but if you guys have any of this left in the cellar, it's drinking beautifully right now. So,
And we're back in the barrel room at the winery. For those of you who've been in the back part of the winery, this is what you see is what you get.
Yeah, a lot going on here at the winery right now. We still have a lot of tanks. We're pressing, we're filling barrels. It's absolutely pouring over here, so the weather's not great, but it's exciting to at least be in touch with you guys and in any way we can. And so thank you for joining us today. So we're going to start with the 2018 In the Rocks. This vintage of 18 is one where fruit right off the bat is what you get in the nose. It's super fresh wine. It's got the kind of recognition that it's from In the Rocks Vineyard. It's got beautiful characteristics in it that develop over time. I would recommend giving it a little bit of time to breathe, and then it really opens up. You get a lot of the minerality, a lot of the stone fruit characteristics, kind of the herb de Provence. Again, we have a little bit of Viognier in there, so you get that nice floral note. But I think it's a wonderful wine, and we hope you guys are sipping some as we are.
And this is one of the 3 wines we've made since our first vintage in 2007.
Yeah, lots of red and black fruits in there. More so on the red right now, kind of the cherry characteristic. A little bit of raspberry in there. With the Viognier, I think you get some peach, kind of tropical notes. Minerality's coming through, yeah.
What's a good pairing for this?
Good pairing for this would be you know, with our Syrahs, there's a lot of great stuff you can pair with. I would say this is on the more elegant side, so maybe a you know, a seared duck, some sort of kind of not overwhelming characteristic, you know, overwhelming savoriness, more on the elegant side of a dish.
I like rack of lamb.
Dad wants rack of lamb.
Getting hungry.
Yeah. Mouth feels great. Pepper notes, you know, you can kind of feel the texture of the wine. It's elegant. It's got fine-grained tannins. But 18 was an incredibly rich, powerful year. It's more on the silky tannin side.
What was the vintage like, weather-wise?
Good vintage, nice clean year. Yeah, really no real issues. We were kind of able to do what we wanted with the wines. So kind of ideal year to grow grapes, which is nice because it allows us to kind of let them evolve naturally and no huge surprises. So I think it's going to be a wine that's going to age beautifully. It's wonderful to drink now, but it can hold with, I think, the acid structure in there, you know, for years to come. But honestly, I would give this probably 2 to 3 years, and it should be just singing. So
I would drink it tomorrow.
yeah, Dad's definitely drink tomorrow. Cool. So next, I thought we'd go to the 2018 Foothills Reserve, 100% Syrah. Kind of jump through the valley here up to the hillside. This one is a wonderful reserve. I think it's got just amazing characteristics already. Hearty, peppery, gamey, just a wine that's really wonderfully complex. Again, the site specific, you can feel the hillside characteristics coming through. So much pepper in here, it's wonderful. This for me is what, you know, the Northern Rhone, some of the San Josephs of the world, a little bit of kind of that racy or Cornat style, but wonderful textures, wonderful aromatics.
That's a powerful wine.
Powerful wine. Ugh. Yeah, I wish we could taste this together. I hope you guys are at home enjoying it, or will enjoy it later. But it's just singing right now. Whew.
What's the food pairing for this one?
I mean, just tasting it right now, it's like I don't know if you'd want to add to the pepper characteristic, but like it smells like a peppercorn steak almost, where you got this just black pepper, you know, fatty kind of like Wagyu beef sort of thing, just beautifully paired together. It's got the richness and the kind of viscosity in it, where you think of like a soft kind of, I think of Wagyu beef where it kind of melts in your mouth. I think that's beautiful and would be an awesome pairing with this. But again, this might actually be, might be better with something like a rack of lamb, where you got the rosemary in there, you've got good spices, you've got that beautiful fatty characteristic with the game in there. So Dad's got another dish now. I mean, another wine for his favorite dish. So, yeah, love this wine.
Yeah, this is great.
This has got some power. This is going to last a long time. You know, I think it's beautiful right now. But if that kind of intense pepper, meaty characteristic is too much right now, over time it becomes a little more subtle into almost like the softer truffle note that you would get, or like a mushroom, like a morel mushroom type of character. So it really depends on what you want to do, but I think it's just in a place where I would like to drink it, and then I can't wait to see it in years to come.
Did you get that mushroom?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's slight more tannin structure than the Reserve has. It's got a little bit more of that grip than some of the Reserves have, but I kind of think that was the year at particularly the vineyard site up at the foothills. Got a little more concentration up there, and I just think that was kind of what happened in the vineyard that year. The weather patterns were just a little bit more intense. I think maybe, to be honest, we pulled some leaves on some of the sides that got a little more intense, where it was kind of a gamble, and I think it paid off in some regards, but maybe just got a little bit more of that texture in there, that power. But I love where this wine is at. Fun, very fun. Anything else on that one?
Yo Marsala, maybe?
Via Marsala, yeah. I think Dad misses the restaurant scene. He definitely wants to get back out there. We all do. We miss our restaurant friends, so everyone look forward to getting back. 2018 here, this is the Contender. This is our Syrah that's co-fermented with Marsanne. So, great vintage for it. Marsanne, we love what it's been doing lately in the vineyards. You know, we did the 100% Marsanne in 17 for a single white varietal that's been very well received. So we've always loved the Marsanne. In 18, we weren't able to do 100% Marsanne because it didn't come through, but it works so wonderfully in with the reds that we are just thrilled to show this and share this wine with you today. Something about this wine, it's like, it brings out a marshmallow characteristic that is so cool because it's a sweetness that has kind of just a welcoming, warming feeling to it. A lot of cocoa powder, a lot of kind of that blackberry, crushed blackberry characteristic.
This is the best Contender I've tasted from us at this point.
Thank you. No,
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
So this is another of the three wines that we've done since 2007, our first vintage. And the third one was actually the Queen's Road White that we started out with, so
Yeah.
a little bit of history. Wow.
very compact, dark fruits in here. It just feels like the crushed fruit of I'm not one for desserts, but it's almost like when you have like a crushed berry pie, that's when people, that to me is just, it's a wonderful aromatic right now. It's just a mixed berry kind of characteristic to it.
I'm a big dessert guy.
Yeah.
This would be really good with creme brulee, chocolate cake.
Yeah, I think you can hold up to the chocolate.
Yeah. This is really, it's really intense.
Mhm.
This year, really more dense than
Yeah.
really good.
I love the density of it. The Contender sometimes will show a little tighter. It'll be a little tighter, and then kind of close down for a little bit. But this right now is so expressive. It's really wonderful to see because I think it's the vintage and the brightness of the vintage that gives it that lift, because it's very much alive right now. And we probably had these open for like 30 minutes before to give you an idea of what we do with the wines. So it just need a little air, but I'm very pleased with the Contender and all these wines so far. And I think you folks at home who have received them enjoy, put them away. We also, for those who haven't received them yet, we'll be getting them soon. Same thing, enjoy them now or wait a little bit. So, but we're very pleased to see what this is at today.
And actually, I was a little late opening them. It's been open more like 15 minutes. Matt told me to go a half hour ahead of this.
There you go. So, a little less time, that's okay.
Well, that blackberry's really jumps.
Yeah. But I love again that this is a wine. You know, sometimes what people bring up about Rhine Van wines is what we do is it's an elegant style. It's very much a balanced style. What's great about the Contender is that you feel that power, but you also have the freshness and the salinity to it that brings this great balance into it, where you feel the weight, but it doesn't weigh you down. You want more than one glass, you know, which is great because, you know, sometimes you have a wine that can be too dense and chewy almost that you just don't feel like you want more. This one, it kind of gets you, you know, you start salivating, you want the next glass. And I think the Contender is just one of those wines that just livens the senses, and just the mouthfeel is just blowing me away right now. I see Owen Bargreen's on there. Thanks, Owen. Appreciate that.
Hi, Owen. Boy, it's getting a meatiness now.
Mm-hmm. Now we're getting more of the smoked meats character. Yeah. It's great to see wines, you know, evolve in the glass like this and really see what it's about, because we make wines that we are multi-layered. They're not just one dimension. They have lots of complexity to them, and just with more air, you know, they get these different beautiful layers of all these great characteristics. So very happy to see this wine.
We're good. Well, I think it's kind of interesting as we're going through this. In a funny way, you guys are getting more information than if you were here in person, because it's so crowded and we're moving through so fast. So this is a nice format for this.
Yeah, we miss the kind of, you know, being in touch with folks, but it's you know, sometimes at these events everyone's so overwhelmed that you can't get to talk and get to, you know, experience it and hear what we really think about the wines. And so I think Dan makes a wonderful point to that. So the last wine that we have today is the 2018 Stone Essence, 100% Syrah again. Let's see how we're doing here. We have since for the 2018 now, you will see that the Stone Essence has a capsule on it now. I know some of you had questions about why we weren't using capsules for the Stone Essence. It was just a kind of a look that we were going for, and to be quite honest, it was my mom didn't like that the colors ever matched the label properly, so we finally got them matched. So we're all very happy, and I know those folks who, you know, didn't enjoy not seeing a capsule. I hope everyone's very happy now that all the wines are capsuled. So it's very important to us to hear what our folks have to say, and you know, listen to what they have to say and make things happen. So thank you, everyone. But this is the 2018 Stone Essence here, 100% Syrah. Woo! This one, right out of the glass. Wow.
Yeah, this was a little bit ethereal. Man.
You know, the Stone Essence does bring that wow factor. I think when you're tasting through it, it really just, it has all of the components that in kind of the powerful style of Syrah, but never, again, like the Contender, not heavy. You know, just you feel the beautiful complexities and density of it, but never being heavy. And it still has, you know, a touch of elegance to that, which is kind of our style. And I think that that's shown beautifully today in this wine.
Yeah, this is incredible.
There's some freshness to this wine, a lot of freshness to this wine. Jam-packed with steak tartare. I know steak tartare is not for everyone, but I love it, and it reminds me so much of the Stone Essence. So
This has a really long finish too, really great finish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mid-palate kind of cascades.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it, cascades.
Matt, didn't know I was going to say anything about the wine.
He's doing a good job though, right guys? Huh?
This may be my last one. Yeah, we really do miss sharing the experience in person with all of you guys. There's nothing quite like that. We'd love to share our wines, obviously, but
Absolutely.
that'd be beautiful.
Yeah, someone, I see a question up here, how does this differ from the other Syrah wines that we do? This is from the In the Rocks vineyard, so we have a large selection of Syrahs at that vineyard. When we bring them into the fruits, the grapes, into the cellar for processing, we have a lot of individual lots. And as we go through, there are some lots that we know and recognize that fit the particular style of each of these wines. So, it's very important, and when we started, it was very important. And my mentor and our former consultant Christophe Baron said, you need to build your own style, and each wine has to have its personality. And the Stone Essence is kind of what we feel is. It's hard to say because we love all of them so much, but it's lots that fit this style, this Hermitage style that we love, that has the big characteristics, but still fits in that family of the elegance that we try to create here. So I think it's just every year we're striving to get each wine better, but we also want a cohesive kind of like togetherness of style that throughout the entire winery. Dad's more eloquent with words, but
Not about wine. Well, this is the first 100% Syrah that we made. It was in 2009. Matt said, there's one block that is really special this year. I think we should do 100% Syrah. And so Gail and I said, okay, let's give it a shot. And it turned out beautifully. And then the next year, I said, so are we going to do that same lot for the Stone Essence? And he said, no, I'm going to do one portion of this lot and then a portion of here. This is in the vineyard, not here in the barrel room. And so I think of it, I don't know whether Matt thinks about it this way or not, but I think about it as basically a reserve wine where he's calibrating from the vineyard through what's going to really come through as this really special wine.
Mm-hmm.
We don't call it reserve, the Foothill Reserve, obviously we do, and it's the same idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think over time you learn our vineyards, which blocks react a certain way, and each vintage is different. But Dad's right that we, kind of start tailoring it from once we see what the beginning of the year looks like, and once we get closer to knowing our crop and which particular blocks we like, for stylistically each wine, then you can dial it in further and further and further. So yeah, it's a special wine for us, and we've been fortunate enough to make it, and we love the fact that we can share it with you, because we have such a love for creating it, and as we do with all of our wines. So thank you very much. And I see a question that's very important because I've had to deal with this my whole life, is how is our name pronounced? So everyone right here, with Mike and Matt, Rhine Van. Like the Rhine River and a van. So I know there's lots of ways, but that's how we pronounce it here. So
It's Dutch. It means flag of the Rhine River. So we really should put it on the website.
Yeah.
So people can tell.
phonetically and all that.
Great
So,
question though.
yeah, very good. Thank you for asking that.
Wow, the layers are really coming through.
Yeah, this wine is, you're gonna pop it, you're gonna get some stuff, but I would honestly, get some air on it, let it breathe, and you'll really see it develop. So. Very fun. Well, this is a good one to end on for today, I would say. You know, we will be, depending on Dad's behavior, I think he did pretty good though, everyone, you know, for this. We're going to be looking at the 2019 wines that will be released next year, the futures, that I've put the potential blends together. And I really love what we're seeing, and so I hope you guys will be able to join us again and go through that. It's going to be difficult because you won't have them in front of you, but hopefully I will be able to describe them and go over in more detail kind of the year, what it meant, and what the wines are to me now, and where I hope they will be in the future. So hopefully you guys will be able to join us again. We'll be doing this at the same time tomorrow, 1 p.m. So,
And a special thank you to all of our great longtime customers and supporters. You know, we really just do the 2 release events, fall and spring, and we really miss those chances to get together and are hoping that next year will be different and we'll be able to reunite and go through this process in person. But thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
yeah, we really do. Thank you. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.